The sensors are positioned in the foot, in the shoe. The heel sensor fits on a grid numbered 1 to 5, as you can see, and for the forefoot, this is positioned, the sensors are plugged in, from left to right, 1 to 4, and must be positioned with no gaps. So the next sensor would fit there, there and there. For one sensor in the forefoot, that would be the position in the centre of the forefoot. However, if we had anything up to 5 sensors, they would be in that sort of configuration. The sensors too are also sighted on a 7x7 matrix, so you have some record for each patient as to where the sensors are positioned. Tightening the screw until you feel a little bit of resistance. This shoe fits either left or right. To reposition the shoe to suit a size, and this shoe will fit all sizes from 5 to 13. You press the catches on each side of the heel section and pull the shoe, and you change it to the next size. The sizing bar is also flexible to allow for a more normal gait. To connect the shoe to the control unit, you puts the connector marked B to that section of the heel, the USB connector, and same for the forefoot. And it is recommended you connect the shoe before connecting it to the control unit. Now, for connecting the shoe to the control unit, the cable from the heel section of the shoe goes to this socket marked H/SP. H stands for heel, the SP stands for seating pad. It's another accessory you can get with the unit. And for the forefoot, it goes into the USB connector marked F/foot, and that gets plugged in. Till you hear a click. This is the control unit for the portable limb load monitor. The button here on the right hand side is just pressed, and you'll see first a splash screen with a welcoming message. Then it checks for the SD card, and there's your file number that will be saved to your SD card. You press the OK button from there, and then you're asked to go to previous settings. If you've taken previous settings from somebody before, well then you press yes, otherwise press no. User ID, this is for somebody, if everybody should have a unique user ID from any number from 0 to 255. So I'll give this one a 1 and OK again. And that's recorded on the data set. This is the headphone, it's adjustable, again using the switches. The headphone is plugged into here, and we press the button up, and at every press the user gets a sample of the sound that they will hear on feedback. Okay. External buzzer. This also has an external buzzer that people other than the user can hear what the user's hearing as far as the feedback goes. So you can either have no external buzzer and just feedback through the headphones, or if you say yes, you get feedback through the headphones and through the buzzer. The next screen is the insert sensor, so it will detect which sensor has been picked up. Press OK. It needs to know how many load cells are in the forefoot. So in this case there's 1. And press OK. Now it is zeroing, and this is the alert weight that you get, at which time the patient receives feedback. Now the invert and normal modes. The invert mode is for more weight. If somebody's had a fracture or something you want to put less weight, choose the normal mode. Here we'll choose the invert mode. and there's a start button, and from here we will start gaining our data. Power is supplied by a 9-volt rechargeable battery or via a DC plug pack which plugs in here and switches off the battery. However, buyers of this device can decide if they want that format or a 9-volt nickel metal hydride rechargeable battery with a DC socket that is now used for recharging the battery. The battery can be recharged over 1,000 times. This device aims to save power by using all low power components and by only switching on blocks of the circuit as necessary. The rest of the time the controller is in deep sleep, that is to minimise the cost of running the unit. When reading the sensors, the LCD only turns on when user is receiving biofeedback. The unit will turn itself off after 2 seconds at the end of a session. When configuring the unit, if a switch press or no switch press lasts longer than 20 seconds, in some instances the unit switches off. Although each session times out after 3 minutes, a press of the on-off switch before this time is okay. All data will be recorded on the SD card, and up to that point settings have been saved. The control unit is carried on a belt using a belt clip or standing. It can support itself using a tilt foot. Now you've got some idea of how this works with it collects data, it gives the patient feedback, it displays data on a PC. It can be used for reducing the amount of time a patient's in hospital for. It can also test how well or not well the treatment's going. Thanks for your attention.